implications for the Forge floor. For enrollment leaders, this research doesn't demand a brand new Forge. It demands retooling the shop you already have. 1. Define clear roles for each channel. Stop treating every channel as a generic blast pipe. Instead, email should be the depth, the context, the formal next steps and documentation. Use these for application instructions, financial aid explanations, event confirmations, and substantive updates. Text. This is attention and action. Use for deadline nudges, you've been admitted alerts, event reminders, quick check-ins, and two-way Q&As. Postal mail equals meaning and memory. Use for admit packets, scholarship notifications, milestone touchpoints, and parent-facing materials. Phone and live calls are the high-touch moments. Used strategically for admitted student yield work, complex financial aid conversations, and first-gen mentoring. When each tool has a purpose, your communications feel intentional instead of just noisy. 2. Make speed to response a core metric. Treat inquiry and application follow-up as a time-sensitive process, not a we'll get to it by Friday queue. Set an internal standard. Same day or less than 24-hour responses on business days for new inquiries and key questions. Monitor the median response time and build it into counselor, call center, and chatbot SLAs. Use automation for that first spark, maybe confirmation, basic info, then route to humans for personalization where it matters. Speed signals respect and competence. In a tight market, that signal is part of your value proposition. 3. Shift from more communications to better sequences. Your students are telling you that one meaningful, well-timed message beats 3 generic ones. Reframe your strategy from how many emails per week to what sequence of touches across email, text, web, and mail best serves a student from inquiry to enrollment. And what is the minimum effective dose of communication to keep them confident, informed, and engaged? For example, inquiry to 7 days post-inquiry. Day 0 could be an instant email confirmation plus resource links. Optional, we got your question text. Day 2 to 3, maybe a short, major, or interest-specific email. And day 5 to 7, a single SMS pointing back to the most relevant next step. 4. Design for the 8-second scan. Assume your emails will be skimmed on a phone, between classes, with noise in the background. Make the subject lines do real work. This is benefit plus specificity, not just brand name. Use preview text to reinforce the core message. Put the primary value and call to action in the first screen. First 2 to 3 sentences and a clear button or bolded link. Use bullets, short paragraphs, and headings. If it looks like a wall of text, it will be treated like one. The goal. If a student only sees your subject line, preview, and first 3 lines on mobile, they should still understand what's in it for them. 5. Build simple, meaningful personalization. You don't need a fully AI personalized portal to make progress. Start with stage-based flows, junior versus seniors versus admitted versus deposit, interest-based segmentation, intended major, extracurriculars, athletic interest, honors, etc. Interaction-based triggers, visited campus, opened but didn't click, started but didn't submit an application. Example, since you told us you're interested in engineering, because you visited campus last week, here is more about residence halls you toured. As a first-generation student, you might find these stories from our current first-gen scholars helpful. This kind of personalization signals that we see you without feeling invasive. 6. Pay special attention to first-gen students and families. The O.R.E is clear that first-gen students often rely more on direct outreach, physical mail, and human voices. Benefit from explicit guidance and mentorship-like communication. On the Forge floor, this suggests dedicated first-gen communication tracks with more explanatory content and invitations to connect with first-gen students or staff. More intentional use of postal mail and phone alongside email and text for this segment. Parent and guardian communications that are plain language, translated where needed, and focused on what happens next. 7. Treat parents as a parallel audience, not an afterthought. Parents and guardians often want more frequent and detailed updates than students do. While students ask for whenever you have something important, families may prefer weekly or bi-weekly touchpoints. The implication. Maintain a separate parent-guardian email cadence with key dates and deadlines, links to financial aid and cost tools, tips on supporting their student through each stage. This turns families from passive observers into allies in your enrollment work.